Okay, welcome to the Nativo Shalom Shir. This week's Parsha is Parsha Noach. Parsha Noach has a number of interesting things. First, it has Noach being singled out for Hashem, by Hashem, as somebody who's a tzaddik in his generation. And Hashem tells him the world is going to be destroyed. Start building a teva. So he starts building a teva, starts building an ark. And, that in itself is very interesting. And we're not going to talk about that tonight except in passing. But the fact that he's building this ark on dry land. And people are asking him, what's going on? And nobody thinks to do tshuva. It kind of reminds me of some things that we see happening around us, where all kinds of crazy things are happening in our lives. And everybody's blaming the fires and the storms and the hurricanes and the floods on climate change. And Davidovich says very specifically what they're caused by. He says, Eshu, Vorad, etc., Shelag, fire and hail and snow, storms, they're all the word of Hashem. So Hashem is doing everything. But the people, even watching Noach build this teva, didn't take that to heart. And then the flood destroyed the world. After the flood, Noach and his family survived, and they went on to populate the world. Then moving forward a long time, we get to the end of this week's Parsha about Dor HaFlaga, the scattered generation. So what was happening? The people thought that they want to build a big tower of Babel. They want to build this big tower to reach up to heaven. And they were unified in that purpose, which was an interesting thing because you don't see unity too often. So this particular week's Nativo Shalom is going to talk about, well, since they had that unity, why did Hashem break them into 70 different languages and scatter them around the world? They were all one language, one heart, and all of a sudden, Hashem changes that so that the person who's asking for bricks to build the tower some more, the other person thinks he's asking for water and sprays water on him. Kind of a crazy situation. But why is that? Since they were first wanting to be united. So the Nativo Shalom is going to talk about that. And going to talk about unity. Unity is important, but it's important in the right way. So let's see what the Nativo Shalom says. The Torah tells us, "Vayirad Hashem lirot et ha'ir." Hashem came down to see the city, Bet Hamikdal, the tower Asher Banu Bnei Adam, that the people were building. Yom Hashem, God said, Hein Am Echad. These are one people. V'safa Achat, L'kulam. They all have one language, and so on. And then after that, Vayifatz Hashem Osam Misham Apnei Kol Haaretz. God spread them out on all of the world. Yesh lahav, you have to understand. Mad b'chol parshas chet dor haflaga v'onshim. This kartomi shem havaya. Amora amidas hachesed. We know that the name of God, there's many names of God, but the name of God Yud K Vav K is a name of God reflecting God's mercy. Contrary to earlier in the parsha, When it uses the name Elohim, that's a judgment, that's a language of din, of judgment. So the Tibbutz Shalom asks, why when the punishment is being scattered all over the world, why is the name of God that represents kindness and mercy mentioned instead of that of din, of judgment? And he gives examples. Vayered Hashem, God went down. Vayomer Hashem, God said. Vayifatz Hashem, he scattered. Lo Shem Elokim, Lo Shem Elokim, the name of God is not mentioned. Hamora Amidas Hagvur, because the name of Elokim is a strong name. It's Gevura, it's strength, and it's din, it's judgment. Kamo b'inyan hamabul, contrary to what happened at the Mabul. The Mabul, we say that constantly. The word Elokim is used in meeting out the judgment. For example, the first pasuk of the Parsha, Ela told us Noach. These are the generations of Noach. Noach ish tzaddik, he was a righteous man. Tomei nihoyi b'derosim, he was perfect in his ways. Es hu Elokim, hisalech Noach, not Hashem, but Elokim. He walked with God, with the judge, with the midah of din. So that's his question he asked. For Yeshalem Labir, we can explain this. Al Pima Shekosu B'Darshus Haran, as the Drush of the Ran says, Inyan Dora Floga, he says, Shanicho Oso Meforshim Ba'Fela. The Meforshim, the commentaries put this in darkness. Ki elu, in other words, they don't see the light of this answer. Ki elu hanoshim, these men who were building this tower, ma'asu, what were they doing? Uma pisham, what was their sin? Uma chatosim, how did they do wrong? Imratzu lios ki ish echad chaverim, they wanted to be friends one to another. They wanted to have unity. Ayin sham mashum baksha akol hadrachi possess. So you should see, he says to look at all of the commentaries on this particular question. Umavora inyan ayesod, and it's explained shvahakefel hapratim hamaskimim l'tchuna achas. So the things are doubled when it talks about one intention. Im pechitot im mala, whether it's lesser or greater. Techapel v'techzai hatchuna hahi. The language is double. Hainu sheka'asher mischadim yachad anashim balei techuna nefesh. If people who are of one mind are united for that purpose, Domaharizem mechuzak es kocham pi kama v'kama. The act of being united for one purpose increases the power of all of them, and not just one and one makes two. One and one with the same purpose makes a lot more. Many with the same purpose gives much more power. And if people with good intentions are getting together, and if the people get together and they want to be united with good intentions, then there's no boundary. The amount of good that can be done is boundless. But the opposite is when people with bad intentions form a unity together, the power of evil strengthens. As kocham pi kama v'kama. The power of evil, when they're putting it together, getting together, unifying, they are it strengthens much more. This is what Chazal teaches in Gemara Sanhedrin. Kanos Rishayim, a gathering of wicked people, Ra lohem, it's bad for them, Ra olam, and it's bad for the world. Pizur l'rishoim, but the spreading out of wicked people, dispersing wicked people, hanu al olam, olam, hanu al olam. I think he meant to say hanu alahem, hanu al olam. I think it's a typo. It's good for them, even though they may not realize it, and it's good for the world. The gathering of wicked people, when people with evil intent get together, even if they're not speaking evil, and at the moment they're not thinking of doing anything bad, but etzem nasusam yachtav b'chazeket es koach hara. The fact that they're unifying, getting together, strengthens this power of evil. Ra lohem, ra la'olam, and it's bad for them and bad for the world. Upisura tov lehem la'olam, and spreading them out, scattering them is good for the world. He heard from his father, al pasuk is chaberecha im achizuhu haratz Hashem es maasecha. If you get together, if you, I think this what this means is when you get united with something that is wrong, that shouldn't be holding on to, Hashem separates your work. Maasecha hainu maasecha tovim. Now that means, so if your work means your good things. So if you're getting this, you're getting unified for wickedness, even your good things are scattered. In other words, the wickedness will outweigh the good. If somebody unifies himself with a wicked person of bad intent, because of that, even his good deeds will be full of holes. Mida tova meruba, and a good quality grows. Shekolski lehepach kasher miskansim yachad anoshim. I read that last thing wrong. Mida tova meruba. There may be good qualities, maybe many qualities, but they're going to be mixed up with the evil ones. Shekolski lehepach, the opposite is kasher miskansim yachad anoshim shetchuru nafsham tova. When you get together with people that have good intents, even if they haven't done anything, but they have good intents, then just the fact of their intention, the fact that they're good-hearted people gathering together, that strengthens the good through the very gathering together. Understand what King Solomon said. Two is better than one. And so on. If two people are sleeping together in one bed and they get warmed up from each other's body, the connection between them, the combination of both of them equals something that couldn't be achieved by just one person. Even though they haven't done anything, if two of them are sleeping in one bed, one will warm the other. Similarly, when people unite together, the reality of it is Shebtechunas Mishazekes Pi Kama Vakama. And the reality is that the innate goodness of them will be uh, increased. Lorzan, from this of our Inyan Dorpla, we can understand the Inyan of the generation of disbursement, the Dorplaga. They didn't sin at that time. They didn't really have any intention to sin. But Hashem goes down to what's going to what happens to be a gathering of bad people. Even if there's no bad right now, the end of the thing, if you allow it to happen unabated, then the end of it is that the end will turn from this connection will turn evil. So therefore Hashem separated them so that none of them would be able to take the evil power from somebody else through the concept of being together. This is what it means by Hashem. As Hashem went down to see the city and the tower that the man had made. Hashem went down to see what was their inner intentions, what was their inner characteristics. When he saw that their intentions were ultimately evil, once it was seen that they're innately evil, then God, to prevent any sin, changed their language and scattered their gatherings. And because of this, see that this wasn't this isn't actually a sin. There was, I'm sorry, a punishment. This is not a punishment. Also ate lonish. They weren't ready for punishment, hadn't done anything. But Hashem did them a chesed. He did them a chesed by keeping them from doing evil. And that was the chesed. That's why the name Yud Kei Vav Kei is used. The name of chesed. God's name of chesed. Lafitzum al pnei kol haaretz, to scatter them around the world. L'seichel atzasam, to do away with their desires, basically. And why is the name Yud Kei Vav Kei used, the name of God reflecting kindness? Contrary to the Babel, to the flood, Darkam, the whole way was destroyed. Was the root of evil. Therefore, since everything was destroyed there, here they weren't destroyed. Our flood was just their language became different and they were spread out. They were scattered, but they weren't destroyed. Babel, everything was destroyed. So therefore, the Babel was appropriate to use the name of Elohim. The Midas had been the quality of strength and judgment. And here, he's doing them a favor, even though he didn't know it, to use the name Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei. The Eish Lomer says that Mashibu Torah is Kodesh L'Lamod Osanu, the Parsha Zu Shel Torah Flaga. This is what the Torah is teaching us in this Parsha. of the door hafloga. Shalachura hari maidahu maida hava hava. Okay, what was. El shemimenu nikach lavodas Hashem. But from this we can learn ways of serving God. It's godel inyan hachtos, the greatness of unity. The power of Jews to gather together, to be unified together. Command Omer Bisori Avoda, it says, with the Hillam, it says, Ma tovu ma noim, how wonderful, how pleasant, Shevas Achim Gam Yachad, to have brethren dwell together. Paris, Shevas Achim Hoahavim Achim, the dwelling of brothers who love each other like brothers. Agam she'enu medabrim b'yirat Hashem, yirat Hashem. We're not speaking about yiras Hashem, we're talking about love. Ki ahavas halavavos, the love of a heart. Mamshichim mistarfim l'or echad, will bring you and to connect you to one light. Ner Hashem, the light of Hashem, Nishmas Adam, is the soul of man. Bazmamela nasim kolaneros hayechidim avuka achas shel eish gedola. By having this unity among Jews, you're creating not just a simple candle, but an avuka, a torch of a great fire. Bazmamela is part of him called Pali oven, and then all sin will be removed from you because of this actus. That's the main message here, to get together and to love one another. And the reality of dwelling together. This gathering of Jews with a good intent, with a good heart, will push away all powers of impurity. And the flame of this great torch that you're creating will eat up the fire of desire. Therefore, the righteous people were very concerned that the whole congregation, all people should get together and shall be like it was at Har Sinai, that together, b'lev echad, one heart, ish echad, like one person. Vajra Omru, say, sheyesh b'kashrot l'habore, that there's a connection sheyesh b'kashrut l'chavura, there's a connection to this gathering. Mesuyim shehu yoter gavoa yidkashru l'tzadi. Gathering together with a good purpose of Jews who are united in a good purpose is better than even gathering for a tzadi. Ragat avuka asher mipneha, the level of the torch that comes from them, mistalkim eish hatava v'yetzer hara, will get rid of the fire of desire and the yetzer hara, the evil inclination. Mafil b'tzibur chitzoni, even even an outer group where they're gathering together, tens of people from Bnei Yisrael Yaktav together, are called be Asara Shchinta Shriya. Where we have 10 people gathering together, the presence of God is found amongst them. Even if you're not talking about, we're not talking about fear of God. As the Ran says, the unity of people who have a good intentions to begin with, no matter what they do, just the fact of them getting together and they have a good spirit, that brings the presence of God in their midst. This is the aspect of praying with the minyan. Everything of holiness needs a group, needs a minyan. Minyan call on mitzvahs tzibur, the aspect of all of the mitzvahs that are done in a minyan. In a tzibur, in a minyan, you have the presence of God, and that is despite the fact that some people may not. Let's put it this way: if they were individually, if you're an individual that has a particular problem, God's going to look at it. But if you're mixed in with a group of Jews, God's not going to pick out that individual fault. So therefore, the presence of God will be there. We say in our prayers, bless us, bless us, bless us, our Father, all of us as one, the light of your face. The aspect of us all being a one, then the aspect of our Father comes to fruition. Then we're as one, so we can call you our Father. Bless us like the light of your face. This is specific on Shabbos. Kamar Mador the Midrash, as it says, Amra Shabbos Shabbos Lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Chulam Nasati Ben Zug, the sit before God. Shabbos Lefnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, sit before God. Lekulam, to everybody I will give. Everybody I've given a partner. Lilo, and I don't have a partner. Nasata Ben Zug, I need to have a partner. Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu. So Hashem says, Knesset Yisrael Yu Ben Zugcha. The Bnei Yisrael will be the partner of Hashem in making Shabbos. I think that's what that means. The Perush of Knesset Yisrael, and what it means, Knesset Yisrael, gathering of Israel, Mash Yehudim is constant Yoshvim Yachtem Shabbos Kodesh, when Jews are sitting together in Shabbos. Zahabein Zug Shel Shabbos. This is the partner. The Jews are the partner of Shabbos. An individual can't come to that level of being a ben zug, a marriage partner, so to speak, of Shabbos. Only through the gathering together of Bnei Yisrael. So this constant yaktav, they gather together, because that gathering together with the right purpose is like a torch of light and of fire. Why is this only apparent on the Holy Shabbos? Shabbos Kodesh, on Shabbos, call Yehudin Yoter, V'zuchach v'tachuna nafsho Yoter Taharas, Yoter Tahara, because on Shabbos, the Jew is cleansed, and the purpose is purified. L'chein kasher misachtim az Yehudim yachtav harahem niyam ben zug l'Shabbos Kodesh. So therefore, if Jews sit together, they're like a partner to Shabbos. V'zeh ha'hesper b'shkas moran admor b'veis Avraham. So it's language that tzorich nishtamesh b'mesiros nefesh. You have to, work with mesiros nefesh, above and beyond your abilities. You have to work hard to drive out any negative influences from yourself, so that any hatred, any bad feelings about another Jew, to drive them out before Shabbos, so that you can sit with Jews together on Shabbos night, Friday night. Since a Jew, one Jew alone cannot properly see Shabbos, only with the power of the tzibur, of the congregation, sitting together. As a sentence, the pasuk tells us in the Torah, your people are all tzaddikim, are all righteous. Perish. What does it mean? Kasher v'amcha kula, meaning when your people are all, they're all together. Amcha kulam, harim b'chira tzaddikim. Then they're like tzaddikim. They're like righteous people. Kol echa b'fnei atzmo, but everybody individually, yad b'nafshu as cheshbono, knows his own accounting of aidei shemisachti yachad, but through gathering together, unifying together in Yasra Avuka, Shemepnei Yisparu Kol Polei Ovam. Is a torch that is lit that disperses any improper works. Chomer Shizos Chorich Lilmod Parsha Zu. We have to learn this from this parsha. Gadol HaKoach, how great is the power, Sheyehudi Misached Im Yehudim Yirei Hashem. How great is the power of a Jew being together with other Jews who are God-fearing. Shayidei Zeh Umam Shichor, because through that you bring the light. And we're talking about the light. We talked about in last week's parsha, when Hashem created the light. Light was created on the first day, not the sun, not the moon. That was created on the fourth day. The light that was created was what we now refer to as the organus, the hidden light. It was hidden away, and that we're able to bring that down. And one way to bring it down is on Shabbos by having unity with other Jews. That brings on the light. That makes a perfect relationship between Bnei Yisrael and Shabbos to bring out this organus. And the message that the Disfavored Shalom is giving us in this little piece is the importance of unity for the right reason. Unity is important, but unity for the wrong reason has disastrous effects. And unity for the right reason can only have good effects. My bracha to all of us is that we should find a way to have achdut amongst ourselves and with all Klal Yisrael. Thank you for listening on behalf of the. Thank you for listening to this Disfavored Shalom cheer. I'm going to stop the recording now in just a moment. Any comments or questions? Okay, let me turn this off.